In today's special report episode of YouTuber News, we'll be attempting to bring you up to date on the story that's unfolding around streamers Pokimane and Fedmyster. I'm Benedict Townsend, and this is YouTuber News, brought to you by PopBuzz. In summer this year, now former member of offline TV Federico Fedmyster Gaitan was accused of sexual harassment and misconduct by other members of the content house, Lily Pichu and Yvonne. A statement from Gaitan at the time explains how the members of the house had held an intervention of sorts, sitting him down to explain to him how he'd hurt people. He was subsequently removed from both the company and their house, and has been silent on social media ever since. Shortly after the allegations arose, Pokimane said that Gaitan had been, quote, a big pushing force behind why she had decided to move out of the offline TV house. She stated that, quote, he would lie a lot. I had a lot of trust issues with him over the years. The Twitch star said it wasn't until her and the rest of the offline TV members, including Yvonne and Lily Pichu, sat down together to discuss, quote, the extent of what Fed had actually been doing, that she, quote, became aware of the fact he would lie about me a lot and create narratives in his favour that would insinuate a lot of negative things about me. Now, on November 24th, a 25-page document written by Gaitan has leaked online, in which he accuses Pokimane of not telling the truth about the nature of their past relationship. The essay also includes text message conversations between him and Pokimane. In the leaked essay, he says, quote, watching Poki talk about all the things I've done with little to zero context to the nature of our relationship hurt me pretty bad. I definitely did some questionable things and broke her trust, but there are some claims she makes about me and about herself that are either false, twisting the truth, or misconstrued. Now, we have of course read the 25-page document, so you don't have to, and the essay basically implies the two streamers were in some sort of romantic relationship, and what Gaitan has written, and what the text conversation screenshots he decided to include could paint, is a situation where Pokimane has led him on. However, yesterday, speaking in a live Twitch stream, Pokimane hit back at the claims in the document, saying some scenarios cited in the essay were examples of Gaitan's manipulation. She said, quote, essentially we had trouble being close, but managing our friendship, knowing he wanted more, but I always felt I was upfront about it. It really bothers me that in the document he tried to make me out as the bad guy. And she added, quote, obviously we weren't on the same page. To me, in all honesty, all of this was just not important. It's regular 20-year-old relationship bullshit. What I shared about the situation is my honest truth, and it's totally irrelevant to the actual incidents that triggered all of this. Gaitan has now addressed the document leak himself in a further statement on Twitter, and in the statement he claims he had no plans to release the document and that he and Pokimane had agreed to keep things private to heal and prevent further harm to the people involved. He goes on to say, quote, to this day, I do believe I was mischaracterized. However, after talking to Poki, I came to understand her perspective and decision making. Adding, quote, on the topic of whether I tried to manipulate our friends to hate her, although it wasn't my intention to shine Poki in a bad light when I'd vent, the side effect was that many of our friends perceived her differently and avoided pursuing friendships with her. Now, this is a messy, relationship-based situation. It will be very easy for fans and viewers to focus all their attention on this drama, who was right, who was wrong, and get distracted from the real and important issue here, which is, as Pokimane said, the allegations of sexual harassment that triggered all of this in the first place. If you're going to look into this story further or read the statements from anyone involved on Twitter, we want to encourage you to do so with caution. Unfortunately, there are people in the comments with no understanding of consent or how it works, and there is honestly some victim blaming going on. We want to remind everyone watching that abuse is never the victim's fault and consent is mandatory. If there's no consent, it is abuse. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow on YouTube and on Saturday on Snap for our usual full fat episode of YouTuber News. But until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also, goodbye.